Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So yeah, Natgas continues to be weak. I think my last video was when we hit this support area, this sort of target area here. And since then we've seen a little bit of upside, but still overall it is still another lower low and still another lower high. I think I will personally, first of all, in terms of, obviously this is the spot market. I will see if I can start to analyze the futures from the next video onwards, because I'm preparing to get into Natgas long. I want to get a first small position in this move, want to catch the falling knife here basically, because downside potential is fairly limited compared to where we come from. Still primarily think we will go down lower, but I want to prepare for a first small position in Natgas. I've not touched it before, yeah, but I will look at, I think this is a possible historic long opportunity here that will emerge. Not yet. I think we will go lower, so not that anybody misunderstands me and goes all in or something, but I think we are fairly close here to the end of that sort of bear market here in Natgas. Again, I still think we will go down lower, but it's time to start to think about a small position. So that's interesting. And I'm looking forward to that. So I might look at futures from the next video onwards. The price is slightly different, but overall the movement is basically just following here the spot market. Yeah, all the changes. The only change I did from the last video basically is I moved that wave 3 down here further. I think we've got an extended wave 3, makes sense, and then here in the wave 5 maybe an ending diagonal, which makes sense. You typically get that, and we could have. Yeah, it's we could say maybe this was an a wave 1 or 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one more low in a 5 of 3 to finish this off. But diagonals can at some point just break out if they want to. At the moment, it looks like we're making a small, on the smaller time frame, if we were to zoom in, here higher highs, higher lows. And it started to look interesting, and I wanted to make a video yesterday, didn't have the time, but it already, because this is sort of the first signal, you know, things could be changing. We may make here slightly higher high, slightly higher low, but this sell-off again is a bit concerning. It's quite impulsive again. So this could have been a small 1-2 setup, but what is this then? Yeah, is it another 1-2 setup? So it's already a little bit difficult here, or maybe a 1 A, B, C, but then we should really now imminently start to move up in impulsive ways, take out that 347 high and then move higher, because we are waiting here for this wave 4 to the upside. Currently I don't see any signal that things are changing. This could have been something, but also now this sell-off again shows the weakness in the chart. I think we talked about it in the last video, what would be the further target here to the downside, and we've had here the wave 1, we take the high of the wave 2. Yeah, and then we've got here the 1.618. Yeah, I mean, if we lose really this swing low from the 20th of January, then I think we're heading towards the 281 level. That could certainly be one more low here, but at some point then we finally need to make that wave 4, or, and that's the alternative, if we go really much more down from here, then at some point we have to say maybe there won't be a wave 4 to the upside, and we are going to finish this correction sort of straight away, yeah. Bear in mind, this is a wave 2 correction, and I'm still expecting here a 4th wave and a 5th. Depending on how low we go, maybe we have to assume then at some point that, especially, yeah, I think the 1.618 is obviously an ideal target for the 3rd wave, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And then we just need to, you know, and then we have to treat every upside at some point as possible breakout already. I mean, even here, yeah, I mean, this, I do expect a wave 4 to the upside, but I also can't look into the future. So if this suddenly breaks above the wave 1 low, which is basically at $5, then it's probably already the breakout. That is why I want to prepare, you know, think strategically. Nobody knows the future. There will always be a primary and an alternative count. The primary here is certainly that we get a clearer wave 4 and a 5. That could become quite substantial, that 4th wave, as I said, yeah. If we talk about retracements, what this could do, this could certainly reach that $5 level from here. Yeah, between $4 and $3 as a sort of minimum. Ideal level would be $4.58, and then the maximum should be $5. Going above that would indicate that the low was already in. but I wouldn't want to wait until then. I want to get a small position and then scale the trade up as we go higher, right? That is sort of how I would do it. At the moment, though, I still see further downside potential. Wouldn't be surprised because, let's see. I mean, again, we need to be watching here on the hourly, on the 4-hour, and the daily time frame that we could get this wave 4 at any time now. So we need to wait for signals. Currently, I've seen nothing that would tell me with a high confidence it's starting. I mean, if we can now avoid to make a new low, and but we need to turn around imminently and then make a higher high here, get above 345. That would be a signal that, you know, things are changing and turning around. But for now, I don't see that. But if we look at indicators, for example, still here on the monthly chart, this MACD is still pushing down, of course. Let's see how it looks when we enter February. But it probably will still come down a bit further. And this is crossed bearish on the monthly like a couple of months ago. And whenever that happened before, if we look at the futures, for example, this led to another 50% drop or so. The weekly chart also still falling here on the MACD, no change really. On the daily chart, we see now a slightly bullish crossover. That's the first time, actually pretty much the first time since we started that massive drop. So that might be a bit of a precursor that things are changing here and that we might get that upside, but it's a very weak signal and price still needs to confirm that. Here also maybe this is going to get a bullish divergence, not sure yet on the daily, but other than that things are still looking pretty weak. So yeah, maybe the bullish MACD crossover is going to give us a hint here that we might be breaking to the upside and that momentum is changing, but the price doesn't confirm it yet, and price action is always key. Indicators can always only be secondary. So yeah, waiting imminently here for a change, but price action continues to be corrective and geared towards the downside. Also, this looks really like a 3-wave move up and another impulse down. So I don't think that wave 4 has started yet. And if anything changes, I will of course make you aware. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.